This is my kind of crowd. Whoa. All right, have a seat. Let's get this going. Please put your hands together and help me welcome the comedy stylings of Mr. Charles Allen.
What up, beautiful people? Everybody in here gonna make it in life because y'all sat through a whole lot of comedy tonight. So I wanna appreciate y'all. Y'all give it up for your damn self. Shout out to Funny Media, everybody that put this show together to finally give me a chance to make some money since the pandemic. Shit, my PPP loan been gone. I don't know if y'all had any problems with finances during the pandemic, but I damn sure did. So when they called me and said they had paid work for stand-up comedy, I ran down here real quick. Don't let the way I'm dressed fool you. I dress like a pimp, but I live like a hoe. Trust me. I'm a hoe for the mic. They'll teach you how to stunt when you come to Los Angeles. I just flew back in town. It was a last-minute flight, so I flew on Spirit Airlines. For those of you who never flew on Spirit, it's basically Greyhound with wings. That was the most bootleg flight I've been on in my life. And you know you're on a bootleg flight when you get on the plane and the pilot is passing out the peanuts. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what y'all used to, but on this bitch, I hope you got soft hands, because I'm throwing these hoes today. It's like, where's the stewardess? Why she ain't passing out? This supposed to be the stewardess' job to be passing out peanuts. She was walking around giving lap dances because she wasn't making no money. Lap dances, $5. I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. So my ticket ended up being $743 by the time we landed. Because I support strippers. Shit. And that wasn't even the worst part of the flight. The worst part of the flight was the gas stop. Yeah, y'all got quiet. You ain't never heard no shit like that. Imagine yourself at 30,000 feet on a bootleg flight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot again. I just want to let y'all know we're going to make a quick stop for some petrol. So if I could collect $4 from each passenger, that would be great. Damn, he sounds like my Uncle Benny. I'm originally from East Texas. Hold your applause. It's cool. I'm from a real small town. It's funny being from a really small town because moving out to California to do comedy, they automatically think I made it in life. Like, they don't know the struggle of being an up-and-coming Hollywood entertainer. Like, they have no idea what we go through. And every time I go back home, they treat me like I'm a celebrity. And I'm like, shit, fuck it, fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Charles! It's like a sitcom. I got an applause break. I feel like Red Fox. Cool. Probably 4 people know who he is. It's funny when I go back home, they get excited. They're like, I'm so glad to see you, Charles, man. You done moved to California. You're doing good for yourself, man. You wearing shoes now and shit. Bet you got a big house out there in California. Probably got your own chauffeur and a maid. And the whole time I'm thinking, nah, I was actually gonna borrow $50 from you. Cash out me so I can get an Uber back from the airport, but sure, I'll be a celebrity for right now. I think God intended for me to be a comedian because of the way my life was set up. It was just like a joke from the beginning. I grew up in public housing, like in the back of the hood, where people in the hood don't even want to go. Like, I grew up in the hoodest part of the hood, but my mama sent me to private school with white kids, like rich white kids. And you know, when you're a kid, you pick up on the habits of other kids. You're really easily influenced. And I used to see how rich kids talk to their parents, and it would make my life interesting when I would go back home. Cause I used to hear little white kids, bitch, I said I don't want peanut butter and jelly. I was like, damn, she didn't even slap the shit out of him or nothing. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this shit when I get back to the project. Some shit gonna change in the projects today. So I came home and my mama was washing dishes. I'll never forget this shit. It played out slow mo. I was like, Mama, I want to talk to you about some of this bullshit that's going on in this house. And then she was like, she stopped washing dishes and she lit a cigarette. You know, like before the mafia killed somebody and shit. She's like, what the fuck you got to tell me? I'm sorry, my mama got a funny voice. What the fuck you got to tell me, huh? Well, tell me what the fuck you got to tell. What bullshit you want to talk about? I was like, first of all my friends at school, they got toys and they actually get lunch and money and lunch money, and you drop my toys on a napkin and I think that's bullshit. So then I had woke up. So then I wake up. Yeah. My mom was like, don't you ever disrespect me like that. Don't ever in your life talk crazy to me like that. You cannot go through life crying and complaining about what we ain't got. You can only cry and complain about what we got. And we ain't got shit, so why the fuck is you crying? Good point, Mom, and I didn't fuck with it no more for the rest of my life. To this day, when my mama called me, I just want to make sure she don't want to beat my ass before I pick up the phone. I'm gonna fuck you up when you come back to Texas. What I do? I don't give a fuck you was born. She's mean. Oh, this is a true story. I gotta tell this. This is not material, it just popped in my head. My mama just came back in town with me. We actually flew back together. And she saw this man that she thought was attractive. And I'm being messy. I was like, hey, sir. She's like, stop that shit, Charles. Don't do that shit. Leave the man alone. Don't do me like that. Please don't put me on the spot like that. I was like, no, fuck that. Remember all them times you knocked me out? Sir. Right? Sir. Hey, sir. He's like, you're an older man, probably in his 60s. I was like, hey, brother, how you doing? This is my mama, and my daddy been ran away when I was 9. Well, this is a long story. I don't know. Anyway, sir, this is my mama, and she finds you really attractive. And my mom was like, I can't believe you would do some shit like that. He was like, well, bitch, I find you attractive. And I was like, damn, this shit backfired on me. So the point I'm making is I'm probably pregnant. No, I'm just kidding. Called me Lil Charles X. No, I was born for this. I'm glad we back outside, man. We back in the world. Y'all give it up for that. We enjoying life. Yeah. We enjoying life, man. This is dope. We here. I'm the last comedian of the night. I feel the energy. I remember being in the house during the pandemic. I didn't never think this moment would come again. Like I was worried. It got so bad at one point comedians couldn't book shows. I almost started emailing people telling them I was an African prince and I just need that credit card information. I will be paying you in 30 days. Thank you, I appreciate the way you laughed at that. Yeah. I gotta be careful telling African jokes because first of all, I'm African American, but not only that, it was an African at one of my shows one time and he had got mad because I told that joke and he stood up and tried to shoot me with one of them poisonous dart blowgun things, man. You did not. Fuck y'all. But I'm glad it was over. The one good thing, there was a bright spot during the pandemic that y'all probably overlooked. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. EDD was kicking ass during 2020. Yeah, you got your EDD? Yeah? You still got the bins you bought with that shit? Cause it was like, if you apply for EDD, unemployment for the rich people that never know what the fuck that is, if you ever, for you silver spoon people, I hope y'all can fix that drinking editing. If you applied for EDD in 2020, they backtracked to when you was in the 2nd grade and gave you like extra money all the way back through. Like, I know you got to. I'm gonna talk to you after the show. You probably got about 8 checks. But it was weird. 2020 was the only year that people who had jobs was making less money than people that wasn't working. Because that's how much money people was making with EDD. Hey, Jimmy, let me borrow $200 and I'll pay you back if I get fired. You know, like that was slow but sure, I'll take it. It's all good. Another thing about myself that, I don't know, it kind of throws people off a little bit. I have a 21-year-old daughter who is a viral sensation, comedian. Yeah, y'all give it up for that. She's an entrepreneur, my queen, my daughter. She's been doing comedy. Her name is Alicia Burney, if y'all want to follow her. She's been doing comedy pretty much her whole life since she was like 4 years old. And I watched this child grow and build, and she started doing her videos. She was a little kid. I taught her how to record. She took off, and she excelled 10 times better than I ever would imagine for myself. And that's what it's supposed to be. Your next generation is always supposed to be better than the last one. And I'm the most, yeah. But having a daughter who's that successful is very difficult to parent. Because I try to give her advice, and Alicia, I love you. You're the funniest person in the world. You're killing it. You're doing your thing. You don't necessarily have to twerk and show your body and all that. It makes it uneasy for me as your daddy, and I feel like you're funny. You don't need that. Daddy, I love you, and I think you're funny too, and I thank you for your advice, but you taught me not to listen to people who are less successful than I am. And how many followers you got, boo-boo? My name is Charles Allen. Y'all be good. Go home, man. Much love.
This has been a Funny Media Group production.